Hey guys, so for today's video we're going to be filming a little review on the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation. My camera doesn't want to focus, but that's okay. I already moisturized using the Lou by Jean So Balance and Hydrating Calming Serum. It's just not going to focus today, I guess. So I moisturized, I'm all set. I'm just going to kind of do my normal routine for everything just so I really know how it wears. Ignore the staining of this orange shadow. I really like the applicator. It's like a little spatula. So we are just going to jump right in. I don't know how much I need of this, but this should be my shade. It's the lightest shade they had, so I'm hoping it's gonna work for me. I'm just gonna blend this in. I don't know the coverage on this, so I guess we'll see. It's like a little sheer. It also has a smell. Like it smells a little like paint, which we'll see how it wears and whatnot. It doesn't bother me too much. My only concern is that it's just gonna break up my skin. And that's not what I want, so please don't do me wrong and break me out because I'm already kind of breaking out a little bit. Alright, so the first layer is on. It's looking good, but I like my full coverage, so... Ooh, that was a lot. Put some on my forehead. Definitely on these pimples. A little more under the eye. Okay, so my camera wanted to stop recording on me, so that's cool. But we have it on, and I'm liking it. I'm just gonna actually grab a little more and just kind of put it right here. And then I think that's really, maybe a little more in these areas just because I like my coverage. Like I already said. Alrighty, now let's blend this out. So far I'm liking it. I hope it wears good throughout the day, because if it does, this is a really cheap foundation. I think it was like $5 or $6, don't quote me on that. I'll put a thing up somewhere on the screen. So yeah, so we have foundation on. I'm gonna go apply the rest of my face, and then I'm gonna come back and let you guys know how all my other products lay on top of it and whatnot, so I'll get back to you. Okay guys, so this is the finished look. It's just a super natural bronzy look. I applied my foundation at 9, it's now 9:30. So I'll keep you guys posted and how it's holding up and whatnot. It didn't affect my products at all. They all applied the same how they usually do. So that was a plus. So I'll keep you guys updated. So yeah, I'll see you guys in a few. So it's been like an hour and a half. And the foundation's holding up pretty well. It is creasing under my under eye, but I think that's just because the Bye Bye concealer is so thick. And you need a little bit more of a creamy one, so that's my only thing. But other than that, I'm loving this foundation. So it's only been I think an hour and a half, I think, or roughly around there. And it is creasing under my eyes and whatnot, but once again, I think that was just because I used the Bye Bye Under Eye by IT Cosmetics, which is a thicker concealer. So if I use more of a liquidy one, it would kind of decrease all the wrinkling right there. But so far, I'm loving it. I haven't gotten any oil buildup or whatnot. Buildup, ew, gross, sorry. There's no oil, so That's a plus. And then I am going to touch this up just because I'm going to work. So I'm just going to take my beauty blender and just kind of damp that and then put a little powder just so that's not so bad, but yeah. Okay, so this foundation has been on for 8 hours. It's been like 2.5 hours since my last check-in. And honestly, I'm loving this foundation. It looks so good on my skin. It is wrinkling around my laugh lines. And then under my eyes, honestly, isn't too bad. But for this foundation and the price of it, I am shocked. It is unbelievable. It honestly even held up on my nose, and a lot of foundations like to slip and slide off my nose. And like it really hasn't done it that much. I mean, a little bit, like kind of like right here, there's a little less coverage. But there's still like product there, so that I'm extremely impressed about. So honestly, this foundation I am obsessed with. I will be rebuying it. Honestly, I like it better than my my CoverGirl Outlast All Day. I was just looking at it. I was just like, what's it called? And that one's like been my favorite foundation for a hot minute. It was working really good with my skin, but it's winter, so I lost all my pigment in my skin and I'm pale as a ghost. So I decided to switch it up and try this one out. I've heard some like wishy-washy things, but I love it. We'll see if I break out from it and whatnot, but I'm obsessed with it so far. I don't think I'm going to break out because usually if I know I'm going to break out, it'll start feeling a little itchy or like I can just feel it like irritating my skin. And honestly, it's felt pretty comfortable all day. Like I honestly feel like I'm not really wearing foundation. Maybe on my forehead a little bit, I can feel it, but other than that, it feels comfy on my skin. So yeah, guys, I love this foundation overall. Would I say to go buy it? Hell yeah, I would go say to buy it, and it's like for the price, you really can't go wrong. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.